Welcome to the AC 24/7 Top Story Countdown. We'll guide you through the biggest news of the day. Our focus, advocating our rights, advocating equality, advocating health, and advocating Earth. Here's our pick for number 4.
It happens every year. As the sun beats down, the danger inside cars heats up.
If it's even for a minute, take your child with you. Do not leave anyone in a car, even if you're running an errand for 1 minute. It can happen very quickly.
Since 1998, more than 940 children have died after either being left or trapped in a hot car. A majority of those deaths happen because someone forgets a child in a car.
Usually that's because their routine changed. So dad may typically drop off the child, but instead mom was dropping off the child at daycare and she forgot. She just went on to work, closed the car door, and went upstairs to her office.
Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's Strong for Life program says when it's 75 degrees out, it takes 30 minutes for the inside of a car to hit 104 degrees. But the danger rises with the temperature. At 95 degrees outside, it takes 5 minutes for the inside to reach 102. Dangerous for anyone, especially young children.
Their temperatures can rise about 3 to 5 times faster than adults. In addition, young babies and toddlers, they don't sweat as much, so they can't distribute that heat.
Experts say always check the back seat before locking car doors. It may help to leave something like a cell phone next to the car seat and have a plan with your child's daycare center.
Make sure that they check in on you if for some reason your child is late or not there that day, and just make sure that nothing happened.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
TheAdvocateChannel.com looks at the world through the lens of equality and inclusion. Subscribe, like, and share now. AC 24/7's Top Story Countdown continues with our producer's pick for number 3.
Thursday was a really challenging day here in the District of Columbia and other parts of the Mid-Atlantic. But here and in points north, we are hoping that the worst is behind us. Still, officials say to remain vigilant.
If you don't have to be outside, then don't be outside.
More than 75 million Americans under air quality alerts as the U.S. steps up its efforts to assist Canada with fighting more than 400 relentless wildfires.
Getting off the metro, I felt like I couldn't really breathe, catch my breath.
I'm a little worried, I'm not going to lie.
Forest rangers from New York State are joining a growing number of first responders heading up north. New York Governor Kathy Hochul says the rangers will leave Friday and will join the hundreds of firefighters the U.S. has already sent.
We already have 600 American firefighters on the ground.
And more may be ahead. On Thursday, U.S. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer called on the Department of Agriculture to double the number of U.S. Forest Service personnel available to help in Canada.
The best way to ensure the U.S. does not suffer another wave of wildfire air pollution is to contain these fires.
The air is potentially harmful. It's spreading further south, reaching other major U.S. cities, such as Washington, and it's expected to stick around through the weekend. Experts advise limiting outdoor activities or moving them indoors. In New York, schools are going remote on Friday due to the pollution.
It has an immediate impact on people's health. Irritation to the eyes, the nose, breathing, coughing.
And Philadelphia will take their schools virtual on Friday as well. Experts say that even if the worst of the haze and smoke is behind your region, to keep monitoring those air quality indices to make sure you and children and pets are engaging in outdoor activities safely in the coming days. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Like the Advocate Channel on Facebook for the best way to get updated stories that advocate for equality, justice, our rights, and more. AC 24/7 continues with today's top 2 pick.
Wall Street is back to being bullish. Due to a late rally Thursday, the S&P ended the day in bull market territory for the first time since January 2022. In layman's terms, a bull market is an extended period of time when investment prices are climbing or getting worked up like a bull in front of a red carpet. Analysts say this boost comes from major gains in tech stocks, the end of the debt ceiling crisis, and a string of recent strong economic readings. However, this bull market might be metaphorically skating on thin ice. Some market watchers fear this could be a short-lived rally, citing high costs as a big concern.
Inflation is cutting into every single family in their budgets across the nation.
And political tensions in Washington, D.C. could make the matter cloudy.
We have to reach a spending agreement so that the needs of the American people can be reached. But right now, there is no activity happening in the Congress because of the extreme nature of the House Republican Conference.
Some experts say the length of this bull market is also likely dependent on the Federal Reserve and its interest rate policy decision next week. Economists say if the Fed skips a hike next month, markets will likely keep climbing. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Follow the Advocate channel on Twitter and Instagram to stay updated on stories that matter every day. We're now at our #1 story of the day. Take a look.
Former President Donald Trump indicted again. The special counsel investigating his alleged mishandling of classified documents indicted Trump on 7 counts, including a charge under the Espionage Act and charges related to obstruction of justice, destruction or falsification of records, conspiracy, and making false statements.
They basically break out from an Espionage Act charge, which is ludicrous under the facts of this case, and I can certainly explain it, and several obstruction-based type charges, and then false statement charges, which are actually, again, kind of a crazy stretch just from the facts as we know it. So there's a lot to pick at eventually from the defense side.
Trump denies any wrongdoing and says the indictment is political.
I just want to tell you, I'm an innocent man. I did nothing wrong, and we will fight this out just like we've been fighting for 7 years.
As Biden earlier Thursday denied playing any role in tipping the scales at the Justice Department.
As you notice, I have never once, not one single time, suggested to the Justice Department what they should do or not do relative to bringing a charge or not bringing a charge. I'm honest.
This is the first time a former president is facing federal criminal charges. The classified documents fight began in May 2021, when the National Archives and Records Administration started reaching out to Trump aides for missing documents. In January 2022, Trump sent 15 boxes of documents to the National Archives. In those boxes, classified documents were uncovered. As a result, the Justice Department got involved and a subpoena was issued for any remaining classified material. In June, Trump's lawyers handed over an additional 38 classified records. In August, the FBI obtained a warrant and searched Trump's residence at Mar-a-Lago, where more than 100 classified records were found. In recent weeks, CNN has learned of mounting evidence against the former president. Trump's former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, testified before the grand jury, along with at least 24 close aides and employees from Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. The prosecution has also viewed security footage that showed just 1 day before federal agents searched the property last summer, Trump's body man, Walt Nauta, and a maintenance worker were seen moving boxes of classified material. Neither has been charged with any crime. In October, that same maintenance worker was reportedly seen draining the pool at Mar-a-Lago, flooding a room where surveillance footage was held, according to sources familiar with the matter. This incident raised suspicions for prosecutors, although no equipment was damaged in the flood. At the end of May, CNN was also told by sources that an audio recording existed of Trump speaking to at least 3 people with no security clearance at his Bedminster Golf Club about classified materials he had retained, a recording that could directly contradict his past statements.
If you're the president of the United States, you can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it. I have no classified documents. And by the way, they become automatically declassified when I took them.
How did you plead, President Trump? In April, Trump was indicted on 34 felony counts in New York for his alleged role in falsifying business records in connection to hush money payments made in 2016 to former adult film star Stormy Daniels. Trump has pleaded not guilty.
Thanks for watching the Advocate Channel's top stories. We're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Follow, like, and share, or check out advocatechannel.com for even more stories that advocate for you.